Hey y'all, it's Mary Payne here. Listen, I'm covering all of Love is Blind over on Pink Shade Prime. That is, Patreon, Apple subscription, Supercast. It's on the $10 level. I did the first 6 episodes with Keisha, and they are out right now over on the $10 level. But this is a bonus for you. This is us covering episode 1 of Love is Blind season 10, Ohio. We're really liking it, you guys. So if you like this, head on over to Pink Shade Prime and subscribe, and the link is in the show notes. All right, guys, that's going to be our opening song. It's a song called Ohio by the Black Keys.
And I love the Black Keys.
Yeah. And we listen
it's straight to the point.
Straight to the point. And that's it. This is Love is Blind, Ohio. We have to have an Ohio themed song. And there is a really good Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young song about Ohio, but it's talking about people being dead. And then there was another one that was also seemed to be about addiction and suicide. So we said,
well, I mean, I was almost dead watching the first 2 episodes. So, I mean,
you guys,
like, oh my God. Now, to be fair,
yeah,
we had just driven home from like a 6-hour drive home.
Yeah.
And I was exhausted and I watched it. Because, you can't watch that shit anywhere, the screeners anywhere else except for like your certified place. So I'm like, okay, I'll watch it when I get home. But boy, oh my God. I was like, come on, people. Come on.
It is a little bit of, I had to look at my notes and I still have it labeled as Love is Blind Denver. No, I gotta change it to Ohio. I gotta say, because I've watched all of it and then I rewatched 1 and 2 to take the notes, and I'm very glad I did it that way. Normally I would never waste that much time, because some things are sticking out to me that come into play later, and it's like, okay, I need to like really lean into these things. Now,
got you. Okay.
So we're gonna do Love is Blind Ohio season 10 episodes 1 and 2. Now, why didn't I write down the name of the first episode?
I need to say something.
Yeah.
I've heard everyone. I've heard you. I posted a picture of myself without bangs. And
incredible.
The bangs are staying, people. I've got all your messages about, hey, you don't need the bangs. I didn't realize the bangs covered up half my face until I saw that picture. I was like, damn, they really do cover up a lot. And it was like, so one person goes, I didn't know who you were. And I'm like, come on. She goes, no, I didn't know who you were. The bangs are staying. They are part of my brand now. I'll pop out every now and then without a bang.
Okay.
But the bangs ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
But love you all. I love you all.
Your bangs are very long, but that is your look.
Yeah.
They're very like thick bangs.
Yeah.
And they look great. But sometimes they do literally go mid to your iris of your eye.
Okay, so that is so funny. My mom makes fun of me. She's like, this bitch right here. Because I got them done and they weren't like thick and long like I like them. So I ran back to my stylist, and my mom's on the phone with her brother. She's like, you don't understand. That bitch she wants them in her eyeballs. And I'm like, I do. I want them blended with my lashes.
Yes.
But I didn't realize they covered up half my face. I really did. I did it.
Well, when you posted the pictures in New Orleans and you had the little beret on and your hair was pulled back, it did look great. But you're lucky that you're able to do both, right? Because I can't do both. I can't have no bangs.
You can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No.
Well, your bangs are to the side. We still see all your face.
Well, that's true. But when I have no bangs, I look like a completely different person. It's not cute.
I don't know if I've ever seen you without bangs.
No, because I don't. Because I've had them since I was able, and since the minute I was able to request my own haircut. That's what
I've had bangs that long.
Never not had bangs.
Mean, there's just something about bangs. I don't know. I love bangs.
I do too. Yeah. And but I think you're lucky that you have a choice. But I will say that when you were posting the pictures of yourself in the beret, all I could think about was, she's going to be so cute on the Traders. She's got that outfit.
That's gearing up. I'm gearing up.
Well, Well, I don't have the title of episode 1. I do have the title of episode 2 when we get there, but I didn't write it down.
They
Okay.
probably didn't even have a title for episode 1.
It probably is Ohio, because they're all chanting Ohio, Ohio, Ohio.
Now, you know, it took me 35 minutes to figure out what the hell they were saying. I was like, what? What? H-I-O? What? I kept missing the first O. I was like, what is H-I-O? Like, what? And then I finally got it. Like, oh.
Well, Ingrid sent me our background here, which she loves to do for Love is Blind. And she sent me the skyline of Cleveland, Columbus, unclear. But she sent it to me and I said, it's just the whole state. It's just the whole state. She says, well, I'm keeping this because I like it. I was like, okay.
And happy belated birthday to producer Ingrid. She is the hardest working woman in every kind of business because she knows how to do everything.
She does know how to do everything. And I will tell you that I'm going in a couple of weeks to New York to attend the Ambies with Matt and Jake because they're nominated. I'm just going to like hold the purses and be the picture taker and just try to also schmooze. And anyway, I've got tickets to watch What Happens Live one night. And so I was saying to Ingrid, I go, hey, why don't you just come up to New York and go with me? Because Matt doesn't think he can go. And she can't do it because she's too busy working a second gig with the Watch What Crappens guys. And I said,
oh, whoa.
I said, excuse me, Missy.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Is she allowed to do that per her contract?
Well, there is no contract. And
that's where you went wrong. But you should have a contract on all of us.
No, their producer, Christina, works for Pink Shade when Ingrid is out of town. So we trade off because we love Christina and we love Ingrid and we all help each other. But I said, okay, so you can't come to New York, your favorite place in the world, to go to Watch What Happens Live, your favorite show, because you're working on Crappens. And she said, that's correct. So my friend Mary
sometimes with Ingrid, you got to find that bitch because she could be anywhere in the world. Like
completely
literally.
True. Now, listen, when we're recording this, a few days before it comes out on the 11th, Ingrid has had COVID and flu. So let's be nice. She's been double sick. Yeah. Double sick.
But I feel like she's in there in our house coming up with a full cure for both. She's Ingrid.
She probably is. She probably is. I'm not extending her questions. Like, I know you're sick, but.
Oh, poor baby.
I know. Hopefully she's better by the time this comes out. All right, so let's start. So Nick Lachey is from Ohio. Unclear what town. Somebody who's a big fan of 98 Degrees probably knows.
I was, and I don't remember. I was a huge 98 Degrees fan.
Really?
It's from the very first single, The Invisible Man. I've been a fan.
I only know sort of whatever their major hits were.
That was a major hit.
Oh, okay. Okay. You'd have to. Can you sing it to me? Sing it to me.
The Invisible Man. God, it's been like forever since I've heard that song. It was a hit. We got to play that one time for Nick.
Okay. Just remind me because I did have some other songs I was going to play here, but then I was like, ran out of time. Okay. So he's from Ohio, and they talk about it now. Vanessa is in a long leopard print dress, and of course he's in a leather jacket as always. But what did you think about it? She was in that dress and she had her boobs out and she didn't have on tons of makeup. I thought she looked really good.
I thought she looked great. If I were a size 0, I would ask for that dress. She looked really good. Still don't understand the purpose of them being there, but she looked great.
No purpose.
0.
We won't see him again until 7 more episodes. So, okay, the pods are open. Is love truly blind? All right. Now, the first person we meet is Jordan. Here's Jordan. We've added Jordan to the stage here. Jordan says,
"Oh boy,
I'm easy to get along with. I'm the life of the party. He's a big burly dude."
You just described every cold case episode at the beginning. Every episode where someone is killed, he was the life of the party. Big guy, big smile, big energy, big beard. That's Jordan. We just started a crime show right there. Thanks.
I like Jordan.
He's cute.
I like him. He goes, people think I'm a big oaf, but I'm really into art and reading and cooking.
Good,
So
good.
Jordan meets with Amber. Now, I have just started calling her Amber with the hair
Amber with
because
the voice.
Amber's voice reminds me of somebody who I'm never going to be able to figure out.
Okay.
And she has got this bouffant. And she has it even when they go to Mexico. She still has.
Oh no! How does she manage that? And how did she manage that in Mexico?
She's got a rockin' bod, fake boobies.
Mm-hmm.
She's a nurse practitioner, which means she makes bank because she's almost a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
She is. Now when they show her on the screen, they say 33, but this little thing says 34. I'm just gonna say it. She looks 44 to me.
Okay, so I'm glad you said it because to me, all of these women, with the exception of the one Asian person, you got a group of black girls, you got a group of blondes, they all look alike to me.
Yeah.
Like, there's lots of Botox going on. Like there's just, they all look older than what they are.
Yes.
It was a lot.
I'm going to keep putting them on the screen because I too was getting confused.
Yeah.
Even though I've already watched it. So Amber, we'll just remember Amber with the hair because.
And she has a kid, right?
She's got the 7-year-old.
Yes. Okay.
Emma. So that is Amber. And then that's Jordan. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So Amber and Jordan are talking. They're saying they're both foodies. You know, what he says is like, people think I'm a big oaf, but I'm really into art and reading and cooking. And he makes a joke about, because look at me, I'm a big guy, which I kind of hate when people that are like big people are like, but obviously I like to eat. And I'm like, don't negate yourself. You're obviously more than that.
We feel like we have to. Because in our heads, we're thinking that the person that we're talking to is going to be like, duh, of course you're a foodie because you're big.
Right.
It's just one of those tricks of the mind. You just assume the person is like, of course you like food. Look at you. But half the time people are not even thinking that.
I wasn't even thinking.
Insecurity thing.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking like, whoa, he's a big dude. But I did just like his kind of teddy bear personality. I do.
Yeah.
So they meet. Jordan meets with Amber with the hair. She's a nurse practitioner, and they're saying they're both foodies. She says right away, she has a 7-year-old daughter named Emma. Like, she doesn't sugarcoat it. And in her talking head, she's like, I'm not good with first impressions. Like, people think I'm like a country bumpkin. And even though I have a daughter, I do want to know, like, do you want a family?
Yeah. She thinks she's real funny. Like, she amuses herself, and that voice needs to come with a disclaimer.
And what is it? It sounds, somebody tell us, it sounds just like
it
somebody
does.
else, but I can't.
It's loud. Then it almost sounds like she's got a little something in her throat. It's hard to describe, but it's pretty fucking annoying.
Because later he says he likes her voice. She's like, really? I was like, oh, God.
She's like, because she never heard anyone say that before.
Right.
That's why she got so excited.
So that's your soulmate. Yeah.
Yes.
And she goes, I mean, I am funny, but I'm also settled down. I want somebody to join me in my comfy ass bed. Ha! So I was like,
okay, girl.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Jordan and Amber, they meet. He's big oafy guy. She's Amber with the hair with the 7-year-old. Okay.
And they are both foodies. They both want everyone to know they are foodies. Why is that a thing now? Why do people want people to know that they are a foodie? Is that like, is that for clout?
I guess so, because I am not a foodie. I'm what you call a picky eater. So I don't care if people.
I don't care what I love a lean cuisine, and I could give two shits if anyone thinks that's disgusting.
And I don't want to be. I don't want to be judged if I don't like olives. I don't like when people are like, "You don't even like olives? What's wrong with you?"
You don't like? Okay, I did that to you, and I know Chris Farah has probably done that to you as well.
And, you know, you and I also had the fight about mushrooms. Yeah.
So good.
I hate a mushroom. But, you know, if I'm at dinner and I go, oh, I'd love to have da-da-da-da, but no mushrooms. I don't want everybody at the table to be like, what are you, like 7 years old? You don't like mushrooms? Shut up.
Well, here's the thing. Most people don't like mushrooms, so I think you're okay.
My husband doesn't like mushrooms either, so that's good.
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay, now we meet. The minute I saw this guy, he came on my screen. I screenshot my phone, sent it to Matt Maher, and said, how are you doing? How you doing after meeting Vic?
I knew it was a black guy because I know Matt Maher loves the chocolate. He loves him a chocolate bar. I think he's okay.
I think he's real cute.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I was a little hot for Vic. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe because he's like a professor.
I mean,
I don't
that's
know.
sexy.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
just,
dying
he's
to know
all right.
where he's a professor, though. I'm dying to know where. And let me look at my list that Amy Archer has sent me of information she has found. She says Vic, unclear. That's all she put.
Got you.
He's a professor somewhere. I'm kind of dying to know where. So if anybody knows, let me know. And the only reason I care is because Mary's daughter goes to Denison, which is in Ohio. And I'm always like, what if he's one of her professors?
Well, professors don't always make very good money.
That's true. And he could be at a community college or he could be at University of Ohio. Like, we don't know, right?
There's a big difference in salary between
Yeah.
the two. If he's at a community college, he's teaching at more than one community college
Yes.
to make up the difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we need to know, Vic.
So I say Vic is hot. He says he wants to be married. He's been searching. He's originally from Brooklyn, but he came to Columbus. Now, he meets with, I'm sorry, I don't have these people in order, so I'm having to like scroll through my list here as we're talking about them. He meets Christina. Now, this is another one of these, so sorry, Christine, white girls that look alike.
Literally, you can keep putting up the same picture. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't know the difference because they all the Botox
maybe that's what it is.
And they're in their early 30s. I'm like, why?
She's only 31. So Vic is 33. Christine is 30. She is a speech language pathologist. She says, and she says, I'm a strong Christian. They talk about their moms. Like, how does your mom feel about you doing this project? And he says, oh, my mom trusts my judgment. And she says, mine too. She says she has an idea in her mind that she wants to be the Super Bowl house. She wants to have all the kids at her house. That's where the kids go to hang out. And that's what she wants. So,
okay.
All right.
She's not asking for a lot.
She just wants to be the cool mom. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah. She just wants a simple life.
So now we meet Jessica. Okay.
I mean,
we don't like the dress, but I did like her.
Okay, but we didn't see a lot of her in the first 2 episodes. Is there more of her to come?
No. Yes, there's more of her to come. But
okay.
So she is a internal medicine doctor specializing in infectious diseases, which means during COVID, she was busy.
She was busy.
Yeah. She says when people meet her in person, they have automatic assumptions, which is natural. She's, natural to judge a book by their cover. She's happy that she's going to get to meet people in this based on their heart and soul. She meets a guy named Chris. Let me find Chris. We're just going to do this. Everybody.
But you know what?
There he is.
Now that we're looking, a lot of these guys are looking alike as well.
Oh, yeah. They're all into the half step, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Chris, I don't like his, he has a beard, but you can really mostly see the stash. Chris is 32 in software sales. They talk about pets. Jessica, the doctor, tells us she has 2 English bulldogs, and she's like, a face only a mother could love. And
you get it.
He says he has a cat named Chalupa.
He's a winner already.
I loved it. I thought that. I was like, oh, Keisha's going to love that. He named his
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. She talks about how she was on the front lines during COVID. She explains, and I'd like to get back to Jessica just so we can just like see who we're talking about here.
And I don't hate her dress.
I kind of do. I kind of hate it.
I'm not surprised that you hate it. I like to show some shoulders.
I'm
not at the Tiffany level of cold shoulders.
No.
But I like it. I think it's something weird in the waist.
It's too much going on. It's that half sleeve plus the corset plus the buttons plus the cut in. It's like take away 2 of these elements and it would have been better to me.
And then pull your hair back a little bit too.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
As far as what Amy has let us know about these contestants, because she's looked up who they follow on social media. This is Amy Archer's new thing. She says for Jessica, the doctor, she is one of us.
Good girl.
She says she follows all good podcasts and good people. Okay, good.
Great to know. Great to know.
Jessica says she's divorced. It happened during COVID because her husband
Mhm.
was not supportive. She said she would come home just depleted from dealing
Yeah.
with people literally dying all day long of COVID when they didn't know what it was.
Right.
And her husband was not there to be a support system for her. She said her idea was that he would be the support system for her, and he was not. She says he's a good person, but we just had different ideas of what marriage is. And I, right now, have such a fun and full life, and I want to be able to share it with somebody. And he goes, yes, that's what I want, like a best friend. He
Mhm.
explains he was in a Black Hawk unit in Kuwait for
Mhm.
9 months. So he's flying those helicopters, guys.
Yeah.
And the
That's
talking
hot.
I think that's kinda hot, and the talking
I do
head,
too.
he tells us that, is this him? Yes. He tells us that
Yeah.
modern day dating is all about, is somebody hot? Is somebody not hot? And he goes, "I'm never gonna just put I'm 6 feet tall just to meet someone."
I mean, it would help you out.
So because I think he's like, he says later he's like 5'9.5" or something.
Okay, short king. Oh,
Mhm.
wait. Are we allowed to say that? Because sometimes we get in trouble.
I think it's okay to say short king.
No, 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 no. We got almost cussed out one time.
Okay, well, we're
We
still gonna
almost, we
say
almost,
it.
we okay, good.
I
Okay, all
I
right.
think if
She's
he's
the boss.
I think if he's I think if he's under 5'9", we're calling him short king. If he's 5'9" and above, all right, but we don't know. I can't remember if he says he's 5'10". I can't remember, but he
Okay,
does talk
all
about it
right.
later.
Okay.
But by the way, it doesn't matter. He's cute. He's accomplished. He's got a decent job. Um, his Instagram is private, so we don't know who he follows, according to
Gosh
Amy Archer.
darn it. AB, send him a request right now so we can know if we love him or hate him.
I do wonder some of these people that are private, if they're going to have
Hmm.
to make it not private when the show airs.
I think so. I think they have to.
I think they have
They're
to.
they're busy cleaning it all up right now.
Yeah, they're all busy cleaning it up. Okay, now we're gonna meet a girl named Brianna.
Hmm.
She reminds me a lot of Sarah from
Hmm.
Minnesota, the activist warrior.
So she reminded me of who was the girl with the stupid nickname? Sparkle something.
Sparkle Megan, because she's called
That's
Breezy. Mhm.
and other things that she just reminded me of her. And you know how
Okay.
much I couldn't fucking stand Sparkle Megan.
You didn't love Sparkle Megan. Well, this is
No.
Brianna. Sometimes they call her Bree, but she says her friends call her Breezy, and that automatically makes me hate her.
I agree.
I think
I agree.
my friends call me Breezy. No, girl. Don't lead
No.
with that. Don't tell people that. Mm-mm.
I don't feel like that to me, when you have to lead with that, you're already saying there's not much else to me except for this. Please love me because I have a cool nickname.
And do you see here at the bottom of the screen, you can see her Instagram
Yes.
name is Breezy
Yes.
McNeasy.
And that is vomitrocious right there.
Also
Like,
not
why?
cute. I do like her dress though.
No.
I don't have the
The
body for
dress is
that,
cute.
but the dress is good. She says, "My friends call me Breezy," and Chris, we're back at Chris, the short king.
Mhm.
He says, he goes, "Oh, wow, I do jujitsu. I do
Mhm.
Ironmans. I do triathlons." Okay, Chris, now you're doing too much.
Okay, I hope he's not one of those guys who follows those crazy masculine podcasts.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I
I
can't
don't
imagine.
know.
I don't know. He was in the army. I don't
He was a Black Hawk, and he's talking about I do this, and they're all lots of physical things.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
worried.
he does an ice plunge every morning, and he thinks that this
Uh-huh,
is the
uh-huh.
hardest part of my day. I'm going forward. I love to challenge myself. And she goes, "Oh my God, I also love to challenge myself. I love to do hard shit." She used to be a competitive cheerleader. She was a pitcher
Mhm,
in softball.
mhm.
And the talking head, she says, love is deeper than a physical attraction. And my friends and I joke, like, we've given a lot of medium ugly guys some chances. She was like, I mean, I know that sounds mean, but like, why did you break my heart? You're only medium ugly.
I mean, I don't hate her for that.
I
I
was like,
mean,
I agree. I was like, that's kind of
I
funny.
agree too. Like, I mean, sometimes we look back and we're like, "Damn, I'm real cute," and I let that motherfucker who looks like he eats glue for breakfast break my heart.
Yeah.
Like, come on, I that made me like her a little bit. That gave her a few extra points.
I used
Yeah.
to date a guy and he was a pumpkin farmer.
Oh,
And
wow.
all
Okay,
my
you don't hear about that every day.
all my friends are like, Really? really. And I was like, he's so nice. They're like, he's not even nice to you. And he's a pumpkin farmer. This man is not giving you the life that you want. Okay. And you know what? They were right.
That is so funny.
Shout out, Philip. Okay. So, BREEZY meets Connor. Connor is 31 and an account manager.
I just feel like he has childbearing hips.
I could see where you would think that. This picture doesn't do a lot. But again, all these guys are looking alike. So we're going to have to be differentiating them as we go.
Okay.
But Bree meets Connor and says, my friends call me Breezy. And he goes, oh, really? He goes, my friends call me Spees is my last name. Looks like spies, but it's Spees. Right. And they're like, Breeze and Spees. Breezy, Speezy.
I hate them already.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. She went to Michigan and he's like, oh my God, that's the hottest thing I've heard all day. It's hot. And for some reason, they talk about how they love the song, Mr. Brightside. Coming out of my cage and I'm doing just fine. They start.
Can I just say that is the whitest thing that I've heard throughout both the episodes. Now, granted, Mr. Brightside is on my playlist, but for them to like damn near have an orgasm over the fact that they both like Mr. Brightside, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
You're right. You're absolutely. It didn't occur to me because I'm also maybe one of the whitest people, but you're right.
You surprise me every now and then. I'm like, she got a little black in there somewhere deep down, way in the back. There's a little bit of black girl in her. So but yeah, that was some white shit right there, like for real.
He said he's not a Michigan grad, but he hates Ohio State. So now we're doing like college football. He went to University of Ohio. He's from Cleveland, but his dad grew up in Minneapolis. She also lived briefly in Minneapolis. And she's saying, I'm super active, as we just heard her telling the other guy. She says she was on a broom ball league.
I've never heard. Is that like something from Harry? Sounds like something from Harry Potter, the Wizarding World.
I was thinking it was like Harry Potter, but then I was thinking maybe it's like curling, where you like.
I think it is
like you with a broom. She loves to ski. He loves to ski. Keisha, they both love to ski. Oh, they're vibing. They're joking. Let's get married. And he goes, "I've given you so many stars. Stars. Okay.
They are 2 vanilla ice cream cones.
Yes,
that is how I would describe them right now.
And now Connor meets Emma. Now we really like.
Oh my
Emma.
God! We what?
I really like Emma.
I wanted her off my screen every time she was on my screen.
Why?
She's so annoying. Do I have PMS? I don't know. I was greatly annoyed everything about her annoyed me.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay. Well, as we go, maybe
she won't.
You may change your mind.
Well, my mind didn't change by the end of episode 2.
Okay. So this is Emma. Emma is it's so funny because it'll on the screen, it'll say 27 retail merchandising. Sometimes it doesn't match with because I guess it's their age now, but it doesn't match with what's on the screen versus what like I pulled off of Instagram. So Connor meets her, and Connor's very into the star system because he just told Breezy all about the stars. Now he tells Emma, you get 1 star just because you have a good name. And he's talking and he goes, sometimes my mom says, Connor, I love you, but sometimes you should shut the fuck up. Honestly, not bad advice. I was like, like Keisha and I always say, if your mom is telling you that.
That's right. That you need to take note. And as a woman, you should take note to whatever the mother is saying about her son. Because it's true.
Connor tells Emma that he sells dumpsters, commercial grade dumpsters. I mean, I'm like,
I don't hear about that every day.
But someone's got to
do it. Yeah.
Somebody's got to be in charge of selling the dumpsters.
Yeah.
He tells her she's got 3 stars. And the talking head, Emma, tells us, now you cannot see in this picture, but she does have a lot of scarring on one arm.
I couldn't see it.
It's very, very apparent. So you were not looking.
My eyes were kept closing during the episode.
You were so bored.
Well, But here's the truth of the matter. I'm half blind. So it was on the TV. So sometimes I have to get up close. So I'll make sure to get up close next time so I can see the scarring. Is it bad? Is it really noticeable?
Yes. Her whole arm is misshapen.
Oh, really?
From wrist to shoulder.
Oh, wow.
It's like severe scar tissue. The whole arm. Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
It's very apparent. Like I noticed it before she said it. Yes. Yeah.
Bless her heart.
So in her talking head, Emma goes, I used to be really self-conscious of my scars, but being here is nice because you can erase physical appearance. I mean, she's a very cute girl, I think.
She was kind of gummy.
Well, she is, but I like her. She's been through a lot.
I think okay, hold on.
Okay.
We are not going to judge people based on their sob stories.
I know, but it helps. It helps. Okay. It helps me like them more if I know their sob story. Okay. Keisha's already told me. Keisha already told me she was in a mood before we started. So
I was in a mood. I'll do better episode 3 and 4. Maybe I'll be, but she just annoyed me the whole. I did not take to her at all.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fine. That's what this is about. It's about, all right. So she meets Mike. Here's Mike. Mike is 29. He's a sales manager. He says he wants somebody down to earth and genuine. That's what his little Chiron says. He's 30. She's 27, or maybe she's 28. Unclear. She tells him she's been single about a year and she's been thinking she really does want to get married. And he is saying he really, really wants kids.
Okay? Oh boy. Okay.
And she goes, yeah, I mean, I'm interested in having kids, but like with the right partner, but I'm not like, that's not like my dream. I was like, like BREEZY wants to be the Super Bowl house with all the kids, or no, that was Christine. So they all look alike. So they're talking about the kid thing. In her talking head, she tells us, I was adopted. And so I don't know anything about, she was adopted from China into an American white family. And she says, I don't know any medical problems I could pass down. And, my wonderful adoptive family is the best example of love. And I'm just not ready to disclose it to all the guys yet. It's like day one, I
mean, should you disclose something like that day one?
That you don't want to have kids?
Well, I think she's not ready to disclose the reason why she doesn't want to have kids, which is because of her medical condition.
Yeah, I think she should say, yeah, having kids hasn't always been on the forefront. Like, I'm not dying to have kids, just because if a guy is like, that is the
deal breaker.
That's the deal breaker, then just take her off the list because she's not sure. You want a girl who's like Christine, who wants to have all the kids at her house and be the Super Bowl mom and the whole thing.
Yeah.
And some guys are just like, man, I don't really care either. Like, I've always thought like maybe I would, but it's not like that's a big deal. She meets this douche canoe, Steven.
Boy, is he something else.
Steven,
he is something else.
Before he opens his mouth, you already know he's in finance. And he's in finance.
I agree.
So he sits down with her and tells her right away, hey, I'm Steven. I'm in finance. And just so you know, I'm not into going deep, but I want somebody who can banter back and forth. It's like, you got to be smart. You got to be on your toes.
Okay.
So
maybe you should do speed dating instead of this experiment.
And she tells him about her dog who she adopted. And then he says, would you ever want to adopt a child? And she goes, right now I'm not thinking about children. I'm really just focused on finding a partner. And he goes, yeah, that's a great answer. Because there's like so many guys in here who are like, hey, you want my babies? And so I get that. And she's like, yeah. He goes, yeah, like when I get home, I'm going to go back and do the Big Brother program pretty hard. I'm going to go pretty hard on the Big Brother program. What?
Okay. I don't think you need to be a mentor to anyone. No. You're not gonna. He's not gonna get. He's gonna get it denied because they do deny certain people.
Yeah, they're gonna take one look at him and watch him on the show and be like, "No, thank you. The children don't need you."
No, the children are already.
Yeah.
having to live through a lot right now. We don't need to add this guy's a mentor.
No. So he's talking about his grandparents, and he's saying they have the best love story ever. And she's like, oh my gosh, like I love old people. I taught senior citizens hip hop. And then they talk about their parents being in love and dancing in the kitchen, whatever. Okay. The guys and girls.
I didn't get any of that. That was all a big ick to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The grandparents, what?
The girls and guys all go back to the lounge. Cheers, woohoo, day one, it's over. Mm-hmm. All right. Next, we're going to meet Kia. Now, Kia, I like. Let me pull up our girl Kia here. That's... Okay.
Who also looks like every other black girl that's there.
There's 3 beautiful black girls. Why can't I find Kia? What if I didn't get her picture?
Just find a picture of either one.
No. Here she is.
Okay.
Yeah. She's a marketing director. Okay. Kia, very cute. 30, marketing director. You said no, she's not cute?
Mm-mm.
You don't think she's cute?
No, I think she's cute. I just think they all look alike.
Oh, okay. I was like, how could you not? Her Instagram is lovely Kia B. Don't love that. Okay.
I don't love that either.
She says she's here to find her light, her love, her man. I
didn't like that either.
I don't like that either. She meets, I'm just now going through it. She meets Kevin with an A. Okay. Kevin is 31 and a realtor, and I don't know why we're fighting over this man.
Girl, I'm glad you said it, because I'm like, this is what y'all are crying about, fighting about. Your anxiety is high about this guy? Wow. I
love how one of the girls called him K-Von. She was like, and she like K-Von. She was like, how do you even say? They're like, it's Kevin. Kia and Kevin.
It wrong.
So she's talking to Kevin about movies. He says, oh God, my favorite movie was Love and Basketball. And she was like, with all due, worst movie ever.
I mean, it is like black people it will always be on the top 5 of greatest movies of all time for black people, not me. And I don't get it. I do not get it. I agree with her 120%.
She was like, that movie was corny. And she was like, I liked Love Jones. Now, did you notice Kia was in some sort of like red, like fingertip all the way to the foot, like bodysuit?
You know, I noticed that. It was that Kim Kardashian.
Yeah. All covered.
I don't. But you did all that for a man that's not going to see it.
And I'm also like, maybe it's like super comfy. I don't know.
Does that shit look comfortable to you?
No, not to me.
Would you wear that? No,
but I don't.
That looks like a tanning bag that you would sleep in after you tanned. And you ever heard of the tanning?
No.
How do I know this and you don't?
I don't know. I never heard of that. Like after you.
So like whenever you tan, yeah. So you don't get it all over your bedding at night.
Oh.
It's like a tanning cape sleep thingy.
Oh, smart.
Why do I know this and you do not?
I don't know. It's smart though.
I know. It kind of reminded me of that.
It sounds hot. Like sweaty. So Kevin says he's been single 2.5 years. And, he's grateful for his ex. She taught him a lot, taught him patience, taught him how to have tougher conversations. And he absolutely does want to get married one day and have kids. And says, one thing about me is you'll know exactly how I feel. Well, this doesn't age well.
Because he fucking crashes out at the end of the episode. Like, I don't think your ex-girlfriend taught you as much as you thought, because you're being tested right now and you're failing.
And he says Kia is really down to earth. He likes her, but he also really likes Tyler. Her twin sister, Tyler. Let's pull up Tyler. I wish I would have put these in some kind of order. Here's Tyler. Okay. Tyler is 33. She's a sales leader, design director. I don't know. Kia is the one with this like super high powered job. Or is Tyler?
No, I think it's Tyler. It's Tyler.
I think it's Tyler.
Yeah.
Because here on the screen it says design director, and then here on this Instagram picture it says sales leader. Okay. So
you know what one of them could have used?
What?
Some bangs.
You're right.
So we could tell them apart because they look just alike.
I don't think they look just alike.
When you're dealing with a whole bunch of people.
Yes, I think
you're like, oh my God, they look alike. It's the part down the middle and
same hair.
Yeah.
And also, I think it's because I've watched it twice. So,
Okay,
Tyler says to Kevin, I've been doing a lot of journaling and reflecting. How about you? And he goes, oh yeah, I've been doing a lot of journaling. And they talk about what marriage is about. And he says he lives in Columbus and she lives in Cincinnati. So how would they make that
how
work?
far apart are those two places?
Okay,
like
now
an hour or two?
I think a few hours.
Okay. Sounds great to me.
Believe it or
sounds
not,
fucking great. You're dating someone they live 3 hours away?
How far is Cincinnati from Columbus? You can't believe I didn't find out.
I'm a little bit disappointed.
I'm sorry.
You weren't on it. You weren't on it.
1 hour and 39 minutes.
That is nothing.
That's a commute. That's nothing.
Yeah, I thought it was like the way they were acting.
Yeah, less than 2 hours. So, he's like, we're in different. How would we handle that, right? And she goes, well, I would hope I could meet someone that would be open to relocating. Now, it sounds like she's got a big fucking deal job where she's moved up in a company where she does not need to leave that company because she's been there a while.
Yeah.
He's a realtor. Girl, work anywhere, Kevin.
You can work anywhere you want to. So he just don't want to. He don't want to be with her because if you're making all these excuses, come on.
She says, I would hope somebody would be open to relocating, but I would move if I had to, because that would be my husband. Obviously, I'd move if I had to. But, in my job, there is a very small percentage of people who have gotten to my level. Being a director at my job before the age of 30 is a huge deal. She says, especially for girls who look like me. And I did it all by being myself. I didn't have to code switch. I didn't have to do anything. I was myself and I made it, by being myself. And it would probably be crazy to leave that professional environment where I'm thriving.
Now, Mary Payne, did you know what she meant by when she said code switch?
I do.
What it mean? Tell me what it means. Tell me. I'm ready to hear it.
And how I know. Okay. Because I covered Hilaria Baldwin's show.
Okay.
And she talked to a girl who was British.
Okay.
And lived in the United States. And she asked her, when you're around your American friends, do you talk with more of an American accent? And the girl says, kinda, I do find myself acting more American. And Hilaria Baldwin, who's from Connecticut, said, she said, that's what people say I have this accent. I think it's because it's my culture, your culture from Connecticut.
And it's not your culture.
And she said, people say that it's what I'm doing, but I learned this term is called code switching. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm code switching. You're from Connecticut. So I understand that code switching means you change your mannerisms, your behavior, your language, depending on the group of people you're around.
Yes. Girl, that's why you my girl, Mary Payne. That one drop is in you somewhere. That's why I keep saying it. Somewhere. It's somewhere. It's in there. I
like that she explained it.
I do too.
She's moved up the corporate ladder by being herself. She didn't have to act, I don't know, white or different.
Yeah.
She was able to do it by being herself. So to leave that professional environment where she has thrived would be stupid. Right.
She'd have to start all over somewhere and she may not get to the top somewhere else.
Right. And here she obviously is well known, well liked, and moving. So he says, God, all the conversations you and I are having, Tyler, you have that it factor. God, and I think Tyler's super cute. Okay. Now we're going to meet Ashley and Alex. So this motherfucker,
what did he do? What? Okay. I'm trying to remember. What did he do?
Okay. Alex on the screen says Alex, age 30, soccer coach. Here on his Instagram profile, it says Alex 31 financial sales. So another finance bro.
He's looking for a sugar mama.
I don't like
him. From soccer coach to financial, he's looking for a sugar mama.
I don't like him.
Okay. All right.
Not as much as I hate Steven. Okay. But I don't like Alex. And it will come as no surprise to you that the people he follows on Instagram, you won't like him either.
Oh. Womp, womp, womp.
Okay. So Alex, who thinks he is the hottest guy to ever hit this planet says, generally I won't approach a woman unless the physical is there. And that's a fault of mine. I'm admitting it. And there's probably women I've missed out on. And I'm excited to see potential in these women without seeing. And, I want to be so understood by my woman that she can finish my sentences. So this is Alex, and he meets, let's get quickly over, that's not Amber with the hair. That's Alex, and he meets Ashley. She's gorgeous. And if he saw her on the outside, he would approach her at a bar.
Most definitely. Yeah.
Ashley's 33. She's a claims supervisor. Remember, he's 31, soccer coach / finance bro.
And this picture right here does not do her justice.
She's incredible.
I think she looks a whole lot better like on the episode than she does in this picture.
I need to pull up a sound drop because Alex has a phrase that he's going to use so much that we need a sound drop for it.
Oh, shit. Okay. Did she pass the vibe check from Amy Archer?
Ooh, Ashley, let's see. No. God, also follow some very problematic people.
Oh, man.
But good. They're a good match then.
That is true. Good for them.
It just took 2 people off the market. Just be with each other. Okay.
Right.
They're both extremely attractive, these 2. Okay. So, they seem to like each other. They seem to be vibing when they're talking. And then
she's very sexual.
She says, like, "Are you a good kisser?" And he's like, "Oh, I haven't had any complaints, And he says to her, that's going to be dangerous going forward. 3 times on this episode and about 26 times on the following episodes.
That's going to be dangerous going forward?
He just says dangerous. Dangerous.
So dumb.
He says that's going to be dangerous going forward. So they talk about big spoon, little spoon, who, snuggling. She says, sex is very important to me. And he goes, well, you know what I like during sex? I like feedback. She goes, oh, you like dirty talk. And he goes, oh boy, you're dangerous. Okay. I'm not going to play
okay. See, this is, and I'm going to say something, you're going to kill me. I mean, his reaction, you would think she would have said a finger up the butt. Like the way he just went like, ooh, she didn't say anything like scandalous.
She just said she likes dirty talk, or she likes for him to have dirty talk. And her talking head.
That can mean so many different things.
I know. And the talking
head.
To me,
dirty talk is like, I'm going to give you cookies after this. Okay.
I'll tell you something, girl. You're going to get a buttery Chardonnay and a Kit Kat bar. And I'll be like, let's go.
Slow down, because here I come.
So, and the talking head, she goes, my dad would say I have a bad picker, but Alex and I, we have sexual chemistry, which is why you shouldn't pick him. If we've learned anything from this show. Okay. Now we meet Mike. Okay. Or we've already met Mike. Mike is a sales manager. I was just like putting all this stuff down so I could, because everybody looks alike and I'm just trying to.
They really do. I mean, even the guys look so much alike. Okay.
Here's Mike. So Mike is talking to Emma. Emma's the girl that I think is cute that you don't. Okay. With the scars. And he says his big thing, his main thing, he really wants children. So they're chatting and she goes, God, I've been so confused in here talking to people, but I really liked you right away. I wanted to get to know you. So they laugh and they joke around. He tells her he thinks she's amazing and she's like super high up on his list. And they're joking like, am I on your top 3? And he says, I feel like I can be myself with you. And I think you have a great voice. She talks to him about her internal battle about having children. And she doesn't want to commit to it right away. She's really more in finding a partner. And he's like, I don't want to get married and have kids right away, but I do eventually. Like, it's very important to him.
Right.
And he goes, but I'm not really trying to change your mind or pressure you. I'm just telling you how I feel. And it's important to me. And she goes, I mean, honestly, if I found the right person, it could happen. And he says, well, if we were in love and you were my wife, that would be tough if you
Right.
really
Of
didn't want
course.
kids, because I would
Yeah.
have to make a decision there, right?
Yeah.
And so she tells him, "You're really, really near the top of my list." He's like, "Oh, you're just saying that." She's like, "No, I'm validating you, and they seem okay."
Right.
But again, like we just said 5 minutes ago, if having kids is so, so important to you and you're talking to a girl who's very, very unsure, then you need to move on, because that's a deal breaker for anybody.
I mean, here's the thing. Sometimes you will meet someone, they're like, I really don't want to have kids.
Mhm.
And then you meet a person who really does, and you love them so much, it just makes you totally change your mind.
Right.
And then you're kind of like, what do they say on Love After Shoot Up the Club?
And then you wanna shoot up the club. Mhm.
Do you want to shoot up the club? And then you got a baby 9 months later, and it just works out. So she's not saying no. But here's the opportunity for her to say exactly why. And it has nothing to do with like, no, she doesn't have maternal instincts. It's because she doesn't want to give her kid what she has.
Yeah, but she's not telling the guys this right away, because I think she also doesn't wanna say, "I have scarring," and then picture the worst, and, like, you never even noticed it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-mm.
she doesn't wanna put that out there, because a guy will immediately be like, "Oh, well, she probably looks like a troll under a bridge," right?
Because when you say bad scarring, people are going to automatically assume you mean on your face.
Right. And she
Yeah.
says where it is and stuff, but
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea for her to get to know these people first. So now we have
Mhm.
Connor and Emma, the girl we're talking about, are
Mhm.
talking. Now remember, he's the one you said looked like childbearing hips.
Mhm.
And he
He
says to
does.
Emma, he goes, "I really like talking to you. I feel like really confident, when we're talking, and you're starting." She says, "Yeah, Connor, like you're starting to mean something to me. I really
Mhm.
like you, but it does seem very surface." And she says, with Connor, it's starting to feel a little bit like it did with her last ex-boyfriend. Nobody ever opened up or said anything unless they were drunk. And which was, I think that was like a cool thing to admit. Like, only when we're drunk do we're like, "Oh, I really love
Yeah.
you."
Right.
And she says, that relationship was just turned out to be mediocre. And I've had a lot of relationships where I didn't feel good enough. I'm very scared of being hurt." He's like, "So glad you told me all of that. Like, I totally understand." And he goes, "And I want to let you know, I'm not the person that runs. I will never
Mhm.
run. I will never abandon you." What?
That's no.
Day two?
Mm-mm.
You don't know.
Mm-mm. He's lying. If someone is that adamant about I don't run, you never know what the fuck you'll do.
You just
Like,
met
you just met.
yesterday. Yeah,
You may see her gums and decide to run.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So in talking to Ed, she goes, "Connor and I have been on a lighthearted journey, but today he was able to open up. And I'm thinking, I also have a connection with Mike as well as
Mm-hmm.
Steven, the finance bros." Okay. Now we got Steven. Let me pull up his dumb fucking ass. Steven, I hate
He
him.
really was just like
He's awful.
he needed to just have a conversation with himself because everything was about him.
Yes.
It was just all about him. Like he's a massive interrupter and just
Yes. And he told her
mm-mm,
first day when he talked to any girl, he goes, "I'm not into deep conversations. I just want some
mm-mm,
banter." Well, why are you
mm-mm.
here?
Yeah, like I said, speed dating is you need to be a professional speed dater. That way you've got 10 minutes with the person and then you move on. That's it.
So he comes in to talk to Emma, and she goes, "Okay, if you were a magazine, what would you be?" And of course he says GQ.
Mm-mm-mm.
And he laughs and goes, "My lifelong goal is to be a Hanes underwear model." And then he goes, "I'm just being a silly goose."
Oh, I hate the fact that he said silly goose and he's not 5.
What
Yeah.
on earth? Now, first in that, I was like, is Steven slightly gay? But then I
Maybe.
remembered Steven is the guy that has many, many, more than one sexual assault charges against him.
Oh, this is the guy.
This is the guy. And by the way, if I just would have watched episode 1 and 2 and I forgot about it, I would have
You would have
known it.
figured it out.
I would have known it was this guy.
Yeah, he is something else. And he seems like the type that would roofie a girl.
Yeah, he does.
He
And maybe
really
that's
does.
what happened in some of those
Mhm.
charges. Okay.
Why would would you go on a show and you have these charges against you?
And say things like, don't be such a silly goose.
Yeah, that is so like,
okay.
That is super gross. Yeah.
So she says to him, I do worry if you're my husband, like, you don't know not to be joking all the time. And he goes, no, I know how to be appropriate. I know what's funny and what's not. And she goes, I guess I just kind of want you to open up, even though he's told her he's not going to. He goes,
Right.
oh, you want to see sad boy Steve? You want to see the sensitive sensei?
She should have left.
After the silly goose, I would have been like, you know what?
He would have been talking and like, hello? Hello?
It would have been one of those ones. Are you there? Is she gone?
Keisha? Yeah, because I would have just got my shit and left. Like, that was the biggest ick. Like, ooh.
Scary. Kim and Kyle of 90 Day Cray Cray put in a group text, she put, the sensitive sensei made my vag dry up. Yeah.
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 It made you feel like you didn't even have one.
You were like, oh, okay, this is my gay best friend. So
yes.
He goes, oh yeah, I got a playlist on my phone called The Sensitive Sensei. We can get deep. And she goes, yeah, it's 6 days till you got to get a ring. Until you get a ring, you got to shape up. Now we know from people from the past seasons that they all are forced to talk to each other for 10 days. And it appears people get engaged on the first time, but they all get engaged on the same day, which is like day 11.
Yes.
So when she says there's 6 days left, we know it's day 4. Okay.
Right.
So in Talking Head, Emma says she has 3 deep connections, right? She's got sensitive sensei Steve. She's got I can't remember.
Is it Alex?
She's got Connor and she's got Mike. Again, you guys, they all look alike. They will come into focus, but right now they all look alike. Okay.
It usually takes me like episode 3.5 or 4.
Vic and Christine are talking. Now, we remember, let me see if I can find hot Vic. That's Kevin. We're not hot.
And he's not hot.
Let's see if we can find Christine. Remember?
Can I just be honest?
Yeah.
I just realized I'm not attracted to any of the guys.
I like the big burly guy. I do.
Well, I live with that. So
yeah. That's Amber. There's Victor, the professor.
I don't find any of them to be. No, I really don't.
All right, we saw.
Victor. Are there going to be some more guys?
And that's Christine.
Are we going to get some new guys?
No, all these people that you're seeing. This is what you got.
Okay.
Okay. There is somebody that's not on this slide because we haven't seen him yet. Okay.
Okay.
Vic and Christine talk. Now here they discuss things they might do in Mexico. When we're in Mexico, we might do this. You guys, if you've watched 1 through 6, you know they don't go to Mexico. Everybody goes to Mexico, but these two go to Malibu in California. Somebody had a problem with their passport or is banned from leaving the United States or banned from Mexico. We're going to have to find out. And I need the couples to be like, hey, why aren't Vic and Christine here?
That is very, very peculiar.
Because
since I've been watching the show, I've only known of one couple that didn't go on the trip. And that was that weird watch guy. No, the art guy. And
the art guy with the Rolex.
Yeah, they went to Florida.
They went to Miami.
That's it.
Yeah.
Miami. Yeah. So
because they just wanted to bang and break up. But now they're on like a podcast together doing commentary about Love Is Blind.
They seem like they would be friends for life. They really do.
Yeah.
But this is really weird.
Okay, so here they discuss things they might do in Mexico. And they talk about if they ever smoke. Now, I thought they were talking about like, do you smoke? Do you drink like cigarettes? But they're talking about weed. They're both saying they tried it when they were young. And she goes, oh, I got a misdemeanor at 18 for weed. He goes, oh my God, me too. And they say they both got misdemeanors at 18 for weed. And they both have had their misdemeanors expunged.
Okay, they're both horrible at riding dirty. Like, how do you get caught with weed? To me, you almost have to wear a sign that says, hey, check me, I got weed on me, to get caught with weed.
My husband got caught with weed when he was like 18 too. Yeah.
I don't believe it. There's nothing bad I believe about that sweet man.
How long have you known me? Okay. So
you lie about him.
Okay. He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I engaged in a lot of knucklehead behavior, between ages
Mhm.
14 and 18." And then she says, "My mom has dealt with a lot of trauma in her life, but she also created trauma for her children
Mm.
and her grandchildren. And my mom is not a healed person. We've all encouraged her to do therapy, but she says, I don't know how many years left. I don't want to spend it doing therapy."
Is she
But
sick?
no, she just don't want to do it.
That's just her reason. Okay.
And she goes, it'd be beneficial for everybody in our family if my mom would at least try and we could see that she's trying. And, it's a similar thing with my dad. He wasn't a great dad when I was little. I can remember one time being in the car with my dad and he swerved and the cops
Mhm.
pulled us over and he gave me, his kid, a pill bottle to hide from the cops.
So she's got experience with drugs. She never should have got caught with the marijuana. You've been hiding drugs since you were a little girl. Why are you getting caught at 18? Come on now, you've had practice, but that was a pretty shitty thing to do as a parent.
So it sounds like her mom has done something and was a
Mhm.
narcissist or something terrible.
Mhm.
And he says, "Have you forgiven your father?" And she says,
Mhm.
I have to think about it. So I guess not." And he
Mm.
goes, "Well, it's kind of amazing. Look at how you turned out." She goes, "Right." And my sister's also a great person. So like we rose above it. He says he had a stepfather who had an alcohol problem, and he once saw through the crack of the door the stepdad like grabbing the mom's hair, abusing
Yeah.
her. He didn't know what to do. He was the man of the house. He didn't know. He sounds like he was young, like 12 or something.
Mhm.
And so he didn't know what to do. So he went and found his sister. And he
That
says,
sounds like some shit my brothers would do.
mhm.
Let me go
And
find my sister.
he went and found his sister and he says, "Oh
Mhm.
boy, she is tough." She went off on him. And he says, "But I forgive that man." And he says, "And my mother has healed from that as well. It was a long time ago." And she goes, "It sounds like you have a lot of good people and a lot of good women in your life." And he says, "I do." And then he reads some stuff that he's written about her, blah, blah, blah. We won't say
I
anymore.
hate when they do that. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, why do you have to do the poems? Why do we
We
have to
don't
do
care.
the K is for
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
kangaroo, the E is for elephant, the I is for
Kay is
igloo.
for cankles.
It just yeah.
So they talk about their connection. It's so real. Okay, great.
This is not gonna work in the end. I'm telling you right now, we could bet money right now.
And you think it's because she's too whitey white for him.
We talked about this before the show. I think all the Black women collectively are going to ride his ass for his selection, considering the amount of Black women that were there.
Yes.
And then him saying how strong his mother was, how
Mhm.
strong his sister was. This is like a thing we have in our community is we will have Black men say, "Oh, my mother's so strong, my sister's so strong," but I won't date a Black woman.
I'm gonna tell you something interesting. When Vic first came on the screen and I sent a
Mhm.
picture to Matt and I said, "I know this is your man, your man, your man. I know you love him." And he
Mhm.
said, "He is hot." And I said, this was when I was just watching episode 1. I had just started. And I said, "I
Mhm.
do not want Vic to end up with that white girl." I didn't even know
Who
her
said
name.
that?
Me.
Was it the same girl?
Same girl that he ends up with.
Well,
Mhm.
what made you do that?
I just
What
didn't like
you
her
had a
for him.
feeling?
I just didn't like her for him.
I think it's not gonna work. I
I
don't think it's
think
gonna work.
eventually it's not gonna work. But again,
Yes.
I've been wrong. We've both been wrong.
You're not wrong very often. Now the people in your house may disagree, but you're not wrong very often.
Okay, now Emma and Steven, finance bro, were talking. And she
Mhm.
now has decided she's going to tell the 3 guys that she likes about
Mhm.
her story. She tells
Mhm.
him, "I was adopted from age 3." She tells him about her scars, that she had to get all this stuff removed because she had black, birthmarks that would be
Mhm.
turn into melanoma.
Mhm.
And the whole time she's talking, he's finishing her thoughts.
Yep.
She says, "Yeah, and it was," and he go, "Embarrassing." And then she's like, "And I was just always like," he's like self-conscious. And so then he says, "Okay, let's lighten the mood. You want to lighten the mood?" Because he never wants to talk about anything deep. And he says, "Tell me about your first kiss. Okay, tell me about when you lost your virginity." And when
It
she
was
goes,
too much.
it was like, he's
It was
trying
like
He's trying to tell funny stories about himself is what he wants to do.
Yeah, well, let her have her moment.
Right.
You know what I mean?
She was crying. Like, he didn't want to hear it.
Yeah, like let her have her moment. This is kind of important.
Very.
And then when he was talking about like his first kiss and his first time, it was almost like he was trying to one up her. Well, my experience was so great. It was so this, it was so that. What's wrong with you that you didn't have the same experience? Which this girl is already like telling you how life has been hard for her because of these scars that Keisha didn't see.
Right.
And you're just stealing her spotlight. And this is me taking up for a person who I don't like her. But this was wrong. This was horrible. I felt uncomfortable.
Me too.
This entire date. I really did.
So when she says, oh, I met a guy in college, and I was like, okay, and he's like, get it over with. He's finishing her sentence. And she goes, yeah. And he goes, okay, college, huh? Late bloomer. And she goes, I don't like that you said that. Like, everybody's on their own journey. It doesn't mean late bloomer or whatever. And he goes, well, the first time I did it, it was like The Notebook. And now if I had a sound effect for every time he fucking says The Notebook, because he says it
no, he doesn't
times.
say it more. He does.
He says The Notebook, The Notebook. She says, I never saw The Notebook. He's like, every girl I've ever dated, I make them watch The Notebook. I never saw The Notebook. What about The Notebook? They say it so many times.
See, this, you may be on to something with him being in the closet gay. Because what heterosexual man references The Notebook?
And makes every girl he dates watch it with him.
Oh, yeah, that's weird. Well, she doesn't make it through the whole film. She only makes it through like the opening credits. Then that fucking pill he put in her drink starts to kick in, and there you go.
So she kind of tears up. She was like, look, boys in high school didn't like me. I was able to kind of recreate myself in college.
Yeah.
And as she's crying about boys not liking her in high school, wish I had it, and I don't. He's like, pops open another White Claw and goes, this story seems like I'm going to need a drink.
Okay. As if he wasn't bad enough, he drank a White Claw.
The White Claw is it for me. So she says, okay, all right. She goes, well, I didn't really like you made that comment about being a late bloomer. And she's talking, and over in the pause, he's doing this, like doing his hand, like, get on with it. Hurry up. Like, blah,
he's
blah,
thinking
blah.
The whole time, I wish I could have slipped her a pill because I wouldn't have to sit through this conversation. That is what he's used to. And I'm not making fun of what he does, but it all makes so much sense now.
When he was doing this, like rolling his eyes when she was talking.
I know.
And she says, yeah, that comment just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And the whole time we've been in here, you've been interrupting me. And he looks over at the production team like, oh, wow, get a load of this bitch.
Wow. He's something else.
And he goes, I didn't feel like I was interrupting you. And you can't see how I'm reacting on the other side of the wall. Like, I'm really intent and I'm taking it in.
Yeah, right.
We just saw you.
We just saw you. Did you forget we're going to see all of this? What a buffoon.
And she goes, okay, yeah. So I just don't think, he goes, that you're going to get there. And she goes, yeah, I just think my connections, and he goes, are stronger with other people. And she goes, yeah, I just don't think we're the right fit for each other. And he goes, okay, yeah, that's fine. So he walks out and closes the door, and she's still sitting there like, so she goes into the lounge and cries. And she's like telling the girls like, oh my God, like I felt like I was being gaslit. And they're like, you absolutely did nothing wrong. Like that guy, get him out of here. Right.
Yeah.
So, by the way, when he goes in there, he's like, well, it's over with that girl. Not one of the guys seemed stunned. They all seemed like, yeah.
And remember,
we were hoping.
You can always tell by how the guys respond to a person if it's a good guy or a bad guy.
Yep.
Always. All
right. The end of this episode is Vic says he's in awe of Christine. He's in love. He says a lot of nice words. Christine says he's really great. She says a lot of nice words. They go in to talk, and she says, can we do a prayer? And she does a prayer before he proposes. Because again, it's on the last day. So they know people that are getting engaged are getting engaged on this day. That's why they wear their nicest outfit or whatever. Except for AD. Remember, she wore that weird thing with the jeans?
She did.
Yeah.
She did. But look at her success story.
Look at her now. She's killing it. So he proposes. She says yes. He goes in. All the guys are so happy for him, which means he's normal.
He's a normal guy.
All the girls are happy for her, which means she's not been a big bitch. Okay. Then we end the episode with some girl with giant boobs named Elisa that we've never seen before has some sort of screaming medical crisis. That's how the episode ends. Okay.
Okay. So I have to go to the reveal. Because the reveal was this episode, right?
No, that's it. That's the end of episode 1. Is Elisa getting the stuff in her eye?
Girl, I was on episode 2. I thought we were talking episode 2.
We're not there yet.